Hi everyone, this is Kimberly Knox, KK, your astrologer, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the weekly KK report. I get super excited every Monday to bring this report to you to help you stay in the flow in the entire week with the astrological energies. As above, so as below, knowing that we are connected in a deeper way, knowing that there's opportunities, there's challenges, there's things going on, there's days that are better to do things than others, and that everything is energy. Your body is energetic. Everything around us is vibrating with energy. So this is quantum physics, which I'm a lover of math and science, and I always was. So astrology really got to me, really, to understand the deeper meaning of life, things that are going on, helping us connect at a deeper level. We are here for more than just existing. We came here for an incredible purpose, and to know your own natal astrological chart is just something that really changed my life. So part of my passion here is to inspire, motivate, and encourage you to expand your knowledge of yourself, your wisdom of life, how you connect with other people, and how you balance things. All the energy around us can be taken at a higher level or a lower level. We can exist in the lower realms, especially if we're not that evolved spiritually. So this awareness through astrology can be one of the most powerful tools of personal growth, because through this exceptional personal awareness, you too can grow. I've been growing with astrology knowledge for over 25 years. Incredible. I like to focus more on personal astrology, helping people understand their charts. I particularly love the pathways and the orbits and the whole cycles of Venus, how important Venus is to us here on Earth, and its nature of vibrating and connecting with us, and the sacred geometry that goes on in the orbits of certain planets. And I'll be talking about that when I'm going to be doing a special on the upcoming eclipse. This is a total solar eclipse. It happened in the exact same spot 19 years ago. This is the way they work. In 1998, something large happened to you then, 28 degrees of Leo. This is a total eclipse. It will be passing through the United States. So we are on the hot seat for the next 3 years. And of course, President Trump, with his ascendant right at this degree, is also. So if you are Leo or Leo rising, big things over the next couple 2 years, as well as Aquarius, because the nodes have now shifted into Leo in Aquarius. This is about bringing forward your creative talents, this gift, this passion that you have. Leo is about creating. It is sustained fire energy. So you see this item right here. I got this because I'm taking a course on eclipses right now. And this Merkaba, which is a double Star of David, is related to the exact orbital patterns that the eclipses make over a cycle of 19 years or so. And you'll just find that if you have a passion or interest in the universe beyond just the mundane, you'll see just how amazing everything is. So that hexagon is a real symbol of connecting above and below. As above, so is below. Connecting, merging the divine with the physical. So yes, everything is connected and everything is energetic, and that's why the time coming up now in Gemini is so incredibly important, because everything is your mindset, what comes out of your mouth, how you think, how you speak about other people creates your reality and brings you good stuff or not so good stuff. So we're going to be talking about that because we're getting out of Taurus. So yes, so reach out to me at kkastrology.com if you do not have your natal chart, so I can send you something so you can follow along. If you don't know your time of birth, we'll send you a solar chart. And because both of those will be affected. All right? So who's on the hot seat this week? Well, yes, of course, Gemini and Gemini rising. Gemini risings, you'll have your new moon in the first house. So this is personal, physical goals for you, how you package yourself, appearance-wise, the personal goals that you have. This is about you. So Gemini also, this is your sun, and the sun went into Gemini on Saturday. So we are now in the time of Gemini. We are leaving and we're wrapping up as the moon goes into Taurus tomorrow. We're wrapping up this Taurus lunation. And what was Taurus about? To remind you, it is about our value, our sense of self-esteem, having to stand up for yourself, getting entrenched in what you're good at. What talents do you have that no one can take away? That is your Taurus. It is also all of the five senses. It is nature. It's getting out in nature. It is vibrating with nature. It's Venus. And so Venus is this mystical planet. And with its orbit between the sun and earth, connects with us. And Venus is going through this birth right now into fullness, which it'll reach culmination around June 3rd. So we're just really in these great naive ways, and we talk about Venus on Friday, and Venus is getting into a pattern right now. It's approaching the outer planets, so what we want can be brought to us. Now, I'm going to go over that because Venus is our desires, what we want for ourselves. If we've identified our authentic self, we can get that this week. So Gemini, you are in the hot seat. This is a new moon, so happy birthday to all the Geminis. The new moon is on the 25th. If you're born near there, this is a pivotal year for you personally. Get your goals accomplished for you. If you do not, you will have trouble on the opposite side, which is all your clients, relationships, partnerships. You must concentrate on yourself. You must become better. You must grow. You must learn, grow, create. You must become better. The better you become, everything else around you becomes better. This is about Gemini is a time of your siblings, your neighborhood. Get out in your neighborhood and talk and chat and meet with people. We're actually having a neighborhood party here on Thursday, which is really awesome. It's curiosity. It's making connections. Now that you've got your Taurus figured out, your value, what you value in around you, and Taurus is also your money. So taking responsibility for your cash flow, your money, and how you're utilizing it, budgeting it, spending it. My ruler is Taurus, so I've always been Taurus related, always involved in the money fields as a CPA, as an auditor, and then doing bookkeeping for years. But Taurus is about the money. And you must be responsible in that direction, in that area. And then you can take it out. This is communication, communicating what you're good at, talking about your value. If you have self-esteem, you stand up for yourself. You're out in the neighborhood, you're at the store, you meet somebody, you tell them what you do, you're making connections. There's very few Geminis that I know that don't know tons of people that know other people. So if you need somebody, you should definitely ask a Gemini or somebody that's got Mercury in Gemini. And so it's incredible. So they can use it in the bad way, though, because it's also about your mindset. It is about your thoughts, your thinking, the words that you use, and words can be very cruel. They can be harmful. Your thoughts can be harmful, and all that come back to you. So it's also about all the techie gadgets, the car you drive. It's Mercury ruled, and Mercury rules a lot, as we know from Mercury retrograde times. So this is a very big time. This is voicing what you do. Taurus and Libra, you are also in the hot seat this week, as well as Taurus rising and Libra rising, because your ruler Venus is going to be squaring Pluto. This is a first quarter square. It took 6 months to bring about. It happened around Thanksgiving. When they came together, they planted a seed. And when they plant a seed in Capricorn with Pluto, it says, what do you want to build on? What will last for a long time? Capricorn makes investments and they build things over time, similar to Taurus, both earth signs. So what have you now over 6 months learned about what you want to build for yourself? Venus in Aries has brought us to the point of taking courage, bold steps that are authentic to us, okay? What do you want to do? What actions do you want to take that represent who you are? It has nothing to do with anyone else. It's about you. Not about being selfish so much, because we still have Jupiter and Libra saying, listen, don't forget your relationships. You need them to get where you're going. So Venus is getting into the sway of the outer planets, and it's going to be tense. So no, it's not the best day, Tuesday and Wednesday, for relationships. It can bring out stuff or money issues around relationships, okay? It can also bring out jealousy and manipulation around relationships. Those issues come up. Those are all on the lower realm of Pluto. Power, control issues, people trying to control, okay? But as far as getting what you want, it's like it's taking a step out of that, because first quarter is taking that step to get what you want. And then Venus is going to go on to trine Saturn on June 1st, and then it's going to conjoin with Uranus, planting a new seed for the year coming. And this is exciting, authentic, freedom, closing a door, starting something new, being fresh. So this is what is coming for us. And Saturn is right there, keeping a steady handle on everything, which is excellent. June the 9th, Venus is going to be in a nice sextile with Mars. So that will be a lot smoother. But relationships, money, all of these things can be a little bit turmoilish. So keep your wits about you. Don't dwell in the lower realms of this. Think about what it is that you're bringing forward and bring that forward in a good way. Okay? So one here, I'm going to read you your hearts. I did these affirmation hearts years ago when I was doing my lectures, and I keep them. So perhaps I will be publishing them so you can all have them and draw them around the time of the new moon, which I think will be really great. So Geminis, it says, choose wisely the thoughts I think and the words I speak, because they create my experience. Remember that. Choose wisely. The thoughts you think and the words you speak, they create your experience. If you are caught up in control drama and stuff like that, you are forgetting where you should be going, concentrating on yourself. The words that come out, we can only judge a man based on the words that come out of their mouth and stuff they put in their mouth. You'll see if you have pretty not so great self-esteem, you will not, or if you're not going to be feeding yourself that well. That's why feeding yourself is an act of radical self-love, because you're feeding yourself, you're nourishing yourself well. We'll be talking about more mindful aspiration, affirmations that are for intentions for the new moon on Wednesday. Okay, so Monday, I put a little notice on my Instagram, and you can follow me there at Kimberly Knox. On my storyboard, because I said, get ready, today can be a bit tense. Pluto always gets things tense, manipulation, control, but incredible focus, which I love. So the moon was squaring Pluto today. But what does that say? Moon in Aries wants to push forward. It can be emotionally aggressive. So over the last 2 days, I have seen emotionally charged discussions, put it that way. But it's also about taking steps forward that relate to your authentic position. So this is the courage to take action in a focused way toward where you're going. Excellent. So very excellent business day up to 2:44, and then moon sextile Mars, excellent as well. So the moon in Aries, sextile Mars in Gemini. So this means that conversations that you're having with people around the neighborhood will go well to bring you opportunities. This is exact at 6:36 p.m. Eastern time. We want to focus on forward movement. That was my message also on Instagram. Keep moving forward. Excellent. Opportunities, talking, let's see, it's going to go on to trine Saturn. Saturn is always about keeping things stable, responsible, slowing things down, because it constricts when Jupiter expands, but it's keeping us responsible, and that's exactly what we need, so we don't just fly off. And that's because it is now trine to Uranus in the sky. We're making responsible change. It's great, and you'll see that this new moon is really, it's fused with great energy in that respect. Early in the morning, we've got the moon conjoining Uranus. So if you're on the West Coast at midnight, it's surprises, it's freedom, it's breaking free. But the moon is going into Taurus tomorrow. So you know that I love Taurus. I love the energy of Taurus. It's all about the five senses. It's about nature. It's about appreciating and taking care of what you have. It's about taking care of your money and your finances. And things are more grounded, stable, reliable, dependable. It is an earth sign, so things will be calming down tomorrow, 8:30 a.m., when the moon goes into Taurus. Tuesdays are a Mars day, so you will notice if things can break out of control, it can happen on a Tuesday. It's a Mars day. We have to see what Mars is doing. But the moon being in Taurus will ground things about a lot. It is also a balsamic moon time. The balsamic moon occurs before the moon becomes new. It is just the phase before that. We're wrapping up the last lunation, getting ready for the next. We're taking account of everything that we've done as the moon comes back to Taurus and reminds us of the new moon that we just had before it goes into the next sign. And we plant seeds of intention for a new lunation. When the sun and moon come together in a new moon, this is the most fertile time for you to plant your intention. So every single month, you can practice manifestation. You can practice mindful meditation. And yes, you can meditate in 10 seconds. You can meditate in 20 seconds. You can meditate in 5 minutes. It is only about relaxing the body, relaxing the mind. Because as a wise person said, when I was away, you are always meditating. You are only relaxing so that you can connect with it. And we've got so much gadgets and craziness going on around us, noise, computers, this, that. We really need to remember to get out in nature, and that's what Taurus is about. So if you're ever feeling disconnected, and I need this as well, beach walks or going into nature, trees, the forest, it brings you back into balance. So if you're feeling anxious, think about that. Before you think that you have some anxiety disorder, you just need to go and reconnect. Okay, so we're wrapping up this last lunation. We are preparing. Taurus is about the senses. Like I said, we've got moon with Mercury. Okay, moon with Mercury. So we are thinking about our money. We are thinking about our investments and our value tomorrow, what we value. So it's a great day actually for business. Mark down to Tuesday and Wednesday for business. I really like because of the fact that it does rule money and it is really grounded, and we're going to be finishing with a trine to Pluto as well. What is Mars getting ready to do? So Mars next Monday is getting ready to oppose Saturn. So it's in the approach to opposing Saturn. Mars, it wants to go, go, go. And Mars in Gemini is a little bit like all over the place. Okay, we're talking here, we're talking there, we've got projects going everywhere. It's a bit scattered. It's curious though. We're talking everywhere. We're getting information, and Saturn is keeping it controlled. So it's kind of like stop and go, but it's controlled forward motion, which is really, really good. But you can feel a bit thwarted. But it is about responsible communication, okay, as well. So start to get your list of intentions together about what you would like to put out there for the new moon in Gemini. Attitude, thinking, thoughts, your mindset, your thoughts, your word, and communication. You know these are the most important things for success. I'm going to read you a few things. In my lectures that I used to do, each of the signs, I would do an entire synopsis on each of the signs. We could really delve into it. So, some of the things that I like around mindfulness is, if you've never read The Way of the Peaceful Warrior, read that by Dan Millman. Excellent book. So in silence, I find my true self. I will choose my thoughts wisely and respect their power. Remember that. Words have power. You can use them to hurt others or to heal others, and you can't take them back because they're out there. The thoughts I think and the words I speak create my experiences, so I choose wisely. These are very big. Positive thinking and my positive action keeps me energized. And my positive attitude acts as a magnet, attracting like-minded positive people into my life. And yes, sometimes we can't get rid of the toxic people in our life. And we have to create a barrier around that and keep bringing ourselves back to the positive mindset. If you can get away from talk to people, please do it. It's very important for your success and for your well-being as well. Happy doesn't depend on who you are or what you have. It depends on solely what you think, and that's by Dale Carnegie. I love Dale Carnegie's stuff. How to Win Friends and Influence People. Very important piece that he did. It's a whole series you can listen to in your car. It's awesome. So I started re-listening to it recently. It's great. Wednesday is Mercury Day. So we know this now, and I hope you have at your day planners. And you're kind of getting used to the flow of the energy here. Wednesday is a Mercury day. Mercury is in Taurus. So now Mercury in Taurus is great for Taurus because now you've got Mercury in your sign. So it's congruent with the way you are anyway. And it keeps us grounded. We're thinking about our money, our stuff. It's very practical. And it's slow to move forward. So we're building something here. That's what's most important. And Mercury is already back to the place that it went retrograde over the weekend. So over the weekend, we got a lot of information came flowing that made sense, okay? So it had you to take a look at what you really value and the actions that are going to get you there. Okay, some of us may need to take a look in the mirror, and that happens even to me. I mean, that's my growth has been taking a look in the mirror. Every relationship you have or people that you meet, put a mirror up so that you can experience yourself and then grow from that, unless you're not open to growing. And you're always right. So Mercury is building up to a trine to Pluto on May 31st. And I love the 30th and 31st. This is, it's Monday is Labor Day. I mean, it's Memorial Day, sorry. And we've got the moon going into Leo, giving us a lot of fun, opportunities. So we're starting out the week great, but Mercury ruling business and our thoughts and thinking, this is really excellent, the 30th and 31st. If you have something going on in business, present yourself, present your ideas. With the moon in Leo, go for it. Go for it. Put yourself out there. You're building something to last, and that's what's excellent. The moon goes void at 3:08 p.m., so get everything done before then, and then coast the rest of the evening. The moon ends with a trine to Pluto. This is extremely powerful. A trine is an easy flow. So two earth signs are getting us moving in the right direction powerfully. There still can be manipulation and power plays involved, whatever Pluto's around, but use it in that way and you will get the best results. All right, so Tuesday and Wednesday, excellent for business. Let's move on to Thursday. Thursday's always been a great, fun day for me. Jupiter rules my ascendant. And see, these are terms that you need to know in your own chart. That's why a personal coaching session, if you've never had one done, is just brilliant. But even if you have your natal chart and you get some books, you can start to learn things about yourself. And it's just amazing. So Jupiter's been in Libra. Once every 12 years, Jupiter comes back to your sign. It expands. It gives opportunities. It protects its growth, its knowledge. It will also bring out things that need to be brought out because it can expand negative type of aspects in your chart as well. But generally, it's positive. So knowledge-based is Jupiter. How are we teaching? Through Libra. So imbalanced about relationships, kind, and thinking of other people. Diplomacy. So we have been diplomacy in the face of tension for a long time here in the United States because we've got this Jupiter opposite Uranus. And in our lives, too, we may see that going on. So Jupiter's going to go direct on, mark this down, June 9th if you haven't already. This is great for Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. And even when Jupiter's retrograde, it still is bringing us blessings, but it's going to move forward in a forward motion now that we've reviewed some of our relationship type of issues. And there's people that are bringing us to cooperation that we need, and we'll move forward. It's going to go into Scorpio October the 10th. This is excellent for Scorpios. Love my Scorpios out there. You know who you are. And so this will also create a trine, a beautiful trine for water signs, Pisces and Cancer. And it'll benefit all of the fixed signs. Taurus, your 7th house of committed relationships and partnerships will be benefited. Leo, your 4th house, this is your home. This is your home base and the roots of who you are. You're starting something new. You rejuvenate yourself in the home. Aquarius is your 10th house. This is your career and who you are in the outer world, how everyone sees you, how you present yourself. It is your accolades. It is your recognition. And so Thursday's a big day because it is the new moon. And the moon goes into Gemini at 8:15 a.m. And also on this same day, Venus is squaring Pluto. Well, it does that early in the morning. So we feel it by Wednesday, and it will carry. It's actually doing it at, here, I can't even see, a little after lunchtime, 12:12. Venus square Pluto. So we planted a seed Thanksgiving. That's when Venus and Pluto came together. We planted a seed of intention about what we want, what we're passionate about, what our desires are. This can relate to sexual or jealousy issues as well, or money issues, because that's Venus, Venus, Venus. So tanglements over money. It's a bad thing when you're getting where there's not clear boundaries on that. So there's issues going on. So try to stay on the upper levels of all that. The new moon in Gemini is at 3:44 p.m. It's just around 5 degrees of Gemini, 4 degrees, 47 minutes. And it's about adjusting your attitude, honestly, and about making connections. What words come out of your mouth? Okay, so what thoughts do you have in your mind? It's a whole month to clean that up and to bring it forward and to rise it up. It will only benefit you as well. And let's see what we have here. The seed that was planted at was 15 degrees of Capricorn, where Venus and Pluto came together. So wherever that is for you, so it would be, like, honestly, if you are born anywhere from January 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, around that time, this is affecting you as well. So this is big stuff for you, bringing forward what you want, what you desire. Friday is a Venus day. We love Fridays, okay? The story unfolds with Venus. Venus is approaching fullness, maximum fullness, 46 degrees behind the sun. It is naive now. It says go for it. Just go for it. Put yourself out there. You're going to have time to refine 5 months worth of refinement before Venus goes invisible to the sky. And Venus in Aries says, we need to get what we want. Not about like selfishness. It's about what are your desires from an authentic standpoint. So think about that. We've got a lot of stuff that's been worked out over the last 6 months. Venus was retrograde, remember? So now August the 15th, Venus is going to be full phase to Pluto. So what we're working on now, we will see full bloom on August the 15th. Mars, Moon and Mars are going to come together at 10:21 p.m. So action, lots of talking. And then it lets up after that with a Moon, Saturn kind of aspect. So expect a lot of verbal communication. Saturday and Sunday, we're going to do these kind of together here. It's Memorial Day weekend. Yay. So this is, times when people get out there and do stuff. Well, the moon's in Cancer. It's going into Cancer Saturday morning. This is emotional comfort, food, family. It's feeling secure and emotionally secure. This is where a child feels nurtured and secure enough to go out and create in Leo. So this is important times for nurturing your sense of self-esteem. And remember, words that you use on other people can affect your sense of self-esteem. So choose your words wisely. This is all Gemini stuff. 2:05 p.m., we've got, the moon opposing Pluto. So things can be revealed when Pluto is around, but it's also very focused. And so there can be a little tenseness in the evening. Moon is going to be squaring Venus. This is emotional stuff. This is family stuff. Can bring out, little insecurities. But then it clears up as we go along here. Sunday. Is that Sunday that I was like? Yeah, all of those aspects actually are Sunday, not Saturday. So Saturday and Sunday will definitely be dealing with family stuff. You know, just watch out for, consider the emotions of other people, and you will be in the driver's seat. Put it that way. So with Gemini, it's about making connections and communicating. Remember that. It's not about gossiping or talking behind someone else's back. That is such a bad Gemini trait. And, you know, that is the lower realms of Gemini, because Gemini is so great at making connections and communicating. And that's what you're good at. Once Monday comes, though, Sunday can be a little bit tense. So Monday, we've got Mars opposing Saturn early in the morning, but the moon is going into Leo. So we've got Leo sun, Leo moon, we've got the sun in Gemini. So this is talkative, this is fiery, this is fun. So have fun on Memorial Day. It's really, really great. And so the biggest things this week are to wrap up your sense of value, go into and set some great intentions for this new time in Gemini. So here, let me just give you a few intentions that have to do with this. But I'm my own guiding light. I have the power to create my reality. Yes, I can, and yes, I will. My positive outlook and attitude on life brings strength, energy, motivation, initiative to achieve my goals. So just work on your mindset, your thought, things how you want to change. Excuse me. Around that, so that you can be the most successful. Thank you for tuning in. I'm so grateful for all of you all around the world, all of my clients. Leave me some messages. I'm so sorry. You know, I love talking, but it does affect here. So reach out to me, kk@kkastrology.com. for any comments, or if you'd like a natal chart, or for your own private coaching, especially if it's your birthday, or if you have some big things coming up or some challenges, we can smooth those out and create coaching around them to make things work out the best way possible. Have a beautiful week. Much success to you all.